If you Google the dead internet theory, Google will tell you, and I quote, "The dead internet theory is a conspiracy theory that suggests a large portion of online content and activity is not generated by humans but by bots and AI, creating a simulated online world." But as with almost all conspiracy theories, it's not a theory at all. It is in fact a very real, very dark reality. We'll give you just one example here. This is according to a 2025 report published last month. Malicious bots now make up more than a third of web traffic. Bot traffic now outnumbers human web traffic, with bad bots outnumbering good ones, according to Imperva's 2025 Bad Bot Report. Overall, humans only accounted for 49% of web traffic in 2024, with more than a third, 37%, of that traffic coming from malicious bots. Imperva said wide accessibility and rapid adoption of AI and large language model technology contributed to the overall rise in bot traffic, with threat actors also using AI to enhance their attacks. It says attackers now use AI not only to generate bots, but also they analyze failed attempts and refine their techniques to bypass detection with greater efficiency. It's from the report directly. Is this the real reason so many people online are saying the same thing? This is from the Vigilant Fox's Substack, a repost from Dr. Robert Malone. Something strange is happening, and Dr. Malone says it's no accident. What's unfolding behind the scenes should concern us all. It talks about the splinternet here, which is the fragmentation of the internet into separate, often isolated networks due to political, cultural, technological, or commercial reasons. It really reminds me of when we talk about the silos that they create for us through algorithmic manipulation. It says it describes a scenario where the internet is no longer a unified global system, but is instead divided into distinct splinters or sub-networks. This can also happen through government censorship, like China's Great Firewall, regional regulations such as the EU, or tech companies creating walled gardens, for example, Apple's ecosystem. The term highlights how these divisions limit universal access to information and create digital borders, often reflecting real-world geopolitical tensions or differing values on privacy, security, and free expression. Elon asked a key question here: how many real people are still on the internet? And this was, of course, in response to the fact that humans officially lost the internet to AI-powered bots in 2024. An important video and comments included in this article: AI-controlled bot farm, hundreds of them tossing thousands of comments and postings designed to agitate you, polarize you, offend you, disempowering you. And I'm going to play you this video while I read you the comment underneath. This is what a bot farm controlled by a single bot looks like. There's no need for physical phones anymore to manage the accounts. Thousands of comments, hundreds of shares that we interact with and get frustrated over, all coming from a piece of code. Now, it's interesting because Malone references an article recently published by the magazine Fast Company on bot farms, which details how these automated systems are increasingly sophisticated and can manipulate social media and other online platforms. According to Fast Company, bot farms are used to deploy thousands of bots that mimic human behavior, often to mislead, defraud, or steal from users. These bot farms can create fake social media engagement to promote fabricated narratives, making ideas appear more popular than they actually are. They're used by governments, financial influencers, and entertainment insiders to amplify specific narratives worldwide. For instance, bot farms can be used to create the illusion that a significant number of people are excited or upset about a particular topic, such as a volatile stock or celebrity gossip, thereby tricking social media algorithms into displaying these posts to a wider audience. That's assuming, however, that social media algorithms aren't doing it on purpose. They may not actually be being tricked, but are amplifying the narratives they want out there, the sort of big tech government partnership. Who's to say the social media platforms don't have their own bot farms? We don't know. But what's alarming about some of the sources discussing bot farms is lines like the one that just came out of that Fast Company article. Here's a quote: "Welcome to the world of social media mind control. By amplifying free speech with fake speech, you can numb the brain into believing just about anything. Surrender your blissful ignorance and swallow the red pill. You're about to discover how your thinking is being engineered by modern masters of deception." End quote. So it is true that much of what we're seeing online is fabricated. It is also true that it appears some of those who are highlighting this issue are using it to argue that there should be restrictions to free speech. The conundrum we face here is free speech being labeled as fake news or fake speech, and then on top of that, we might have people arguing that speech they don't like is just bots. How would we know? This, of course, then gives them the ammunition to argue we need to regulate speech. We're at a time now where nobody can tell the difference between a majority of bots and humans unless you physically know the person that you're in communication with. What about the millions of others that people are interacting with on the internet who aren't real people at all? Are they three-letter agency bots, social media bots, law enforcement bots, malignant foreign actor bots? And with our ability now to tell the difference between a bot and a human virtually diminished, intelligence agencies and mockingbird media, or even mainstream alternative media influence thrown into the equation, it literally spells disaster, not just for free speech. Everyone thought AI and the internet could be used to save the world, but it could very well be its destruction. It's a challenging predicament, and people may say the solution is to simply ban bots. Well, it's not that simple. And what about if AI is deployed at a scale before we get the chance to tackle this? AI will probably argue rights for bots. Gee, even humans may argue those rights soon the way things are going. The point is, the dead internet theory is not just a theory, and much of what we're seeing online is provably purely manufactured. Perhaps the internet is no longer the preferred tool to battle the forces that be. Imagine that. Humanity in its evolution will likely eventually devolve into more human interaction and doing things in the real world instead, as it realizes much of the narratives and emotions that are being conjured up on the internet are completely manufactured, and we need to instead go back to being humans again in the real world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is actually a good thing.